Alright, folks, we're back in episode 2 of Frostbitten Realms here on my Snowball Earth Vintage Story playthrough. And I've made a slight addition here to my world. This is I've added freedom units, which is a mod, to convert things into Fahrenheit for me, because I don't do Celsius metric units very well. So I was curious what negative 23 degrees Celsius meant. Apparently that means it is like negative 13 degrees Fahrenheit, which is still, just like I thought, incredibly cold. Now I do need to figure out what I'm going to do about this. So first things first, I'm going to make one wooden pan. Go. And then, let's see here. How do I make... I don't need that. Oh, I can make pine ducks. That's kind of cool. Primitive raft. Put it near... Okay. No buttons. Yeah, interesting. I may want to raft here. Firefly charm. Ooh. Bait with retract fireflies. Now see, these are all things that I've not noticed before. That's not what I'm looking for. I wanted to see what I needed to make the wooden lantern holders. None of this is what I'm looking for, though. So let's go back here and go wooden. Then there should be a lantern holder in here. Torch holder, there we go. Alright, crafting. Oh, so you need planks. That's the trick, is I need planks. Okay, well, we're not there yet. Alright, I'm gonna save these pine nuts here. And I'm making this pan so that I can do some panning here in the near future, hopefully. So we can grab a little bit more dirt. Kind of curious if I seal in this entrance here. Does this count as a room? Will not count as a room with that hole in the ceiling there. Definitely feels like it doesn't count as a room here. Okay, well that's unfortunate. Alright. So we'll keep these dirt blocks for this. I hear something. Definitely not this grass thing. We're gonna work on getting some grass, getting a bed made. And then I'm gonna use hay bales for the door for now. That's a trick I've learned from watching Hardware Despair's channel. There's a quick and easy door you can get in and out of, but I'm also going to look around. Because now that I have a shovel, I can take some of this granite stuff around me, the gravel, pan it. Now that I have a pan, I should say. To see if I see any ores sticking out of the walls here. I don't, unfortunately. Take that gravel with me, and we're gonna kill some more penguins. I know folks apparently don't really like that, from my understanding in general. The other thing I'm gonna do, actually, before we kill more penguins, is I need more inventory space. These birch. Sorry, birch. Sticks and canes, you gotta come with me. I need you to make stuff. Yeah. Do I have enough? I do. There we go. There's our last storage basket there for our inventory. Gonna be adult penguins. Penguin. I didn't want to break that plant, but it's alright. No, what do you get? That. Okay. There we go. That's the only penguin worth hunting over there. But that's some more calories that we didn't have before. No, actually, no. I'm going to save that because I'm going to use that to make more cured hides. Any of these? None of these are really... What was that? It's borax. That was not what I thought it was. Is that my borax spot? Well, I just filled up my inventory. So the reason I'm heading back over this way is because I planted a pine tree back over this way. Let's see. One of these days, caribou, I'm going to come hunting. So I'm going to have to work on finding some way to make rope or something. So that I can get a bow made. But I think first goal, right now, is to get some of these hides tanned and make some warm gloves and stuff. I wonder what these heather leaves are for. Somewhere around here I planted a pine tree. There it is. I want to see if this pine tree's actually going to sprout. It'll sprout in less than a day. We'll see. Alright, well, let's get back to our house. We had a fire. Some more penguin hides. Because I'm going to get some more of these branches real quick. We're going to make a storage chest in our little hut there. What I need is the ability to make rope out of these things. I'm honest. Actually, I might be able to find some vines in some of these trees, maybe. Yeah, I know, we're cold. We're cold. And hungry. We're gonna have to eat this. I didn't want to eat this fat. We're gonna have to eat fat. That's something to keep our character from starving. More heather leaves. Some more. Yes, we got some more copper there. That's good. So as soon as we get enough copper to actually, make a pick, we set. No. We have in here. Just a little cave network. Come on. What's this? Another deep hole in the ground. Need the grass so that I can make both the bedroll and the other things. What's this? Berries. All these poor crowberries are too cold. Is that glacial ice? What is that? I should stop running so I don't waste so many calories. We do have some sand. That could be useful. Packed glacier ice. Yeah. More quartz. Alright. The sand's good because I can mix the sand with gravel to make dirt if I need to. And I definitely think we need to head south. Alright, so let's get around here. Because we're going to have a real problem here soon. Just out in the water. That one can stay out in the water. I'm not going out in the water after it. Actually, wait, I can make rope. As long as I've got grass and I have primitive survival, I think I can make cordage, and I can use that to make rope. Okay. Okay, crisis averted there. Just realized. Because I can use the cordage, and that also means I can do fishing. So we're going to do some fishing. Here, back at our little hut. Quartz there. Alright. I already knew we had quartz around here. You can see it there, sticking out. It's part of the reason I like that Juicy Ores mod. Lets you see that kind of stuff much more easily. Here's the base. Quartz around here. Yeah, and once we have the ability to mine the quartz, will be set as far as like making like lanterns and stuff. Man. What's this? Seaberry bush. It's too cold. Should have marked my house on the map here. I know it's like over here somewhere. We're cold and we're hungry. What I'm gonna have to do is probably gonna have to dig down somewhere. Get down to the mantle to do farming at this point. Which with how cold it is out here. Here we go. Fire before we freeze to death here. I'm just gonna have to eat some of these pine nuts. Come on, let's get the fire going. Our character is really struggling with getting this fire going. There it goes. Alright, so there's that. This in here. I'm gonna do half of these pine nuts. That gives us a nice amount. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's at least getting the hunger taken care of. Now, wish I could put this somewhere here. So I have 1, 2. So we got 2 more of these. That's enough to make a bedroll. Yep. So we'll put the bedroll like here. Go. It's that. What we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and convert all of these to hides. One that'll make them take up less inventory space. And once we get some fat, we'll be able to start curing them. Then, let's see here. This grass is all too thin here, which is fine. I thought I saw the realistic smoke mod. This doesn't look like it. Well, there it goes. There's a big kind of puff of smoke there. So what if I do that? And does that count as a room now? Maybe I need to fill this in. There we go. Now it's a room. Okay, so it's that. If I knock that out. Nope. So yeah, I needed that. Okay. Interesting. That doesn't count as a room. Without that block filled in either. I wonder if I can do it like this. So we'll do that. Let me grab. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna grab this one because it doesn't have any grass on it here. Even grass. So I'm gonna do it. Yep. Now we're back inside of a room. Still got a bit of a food problem. At least our character's not freezing to death now. Because that's outside temperature. Getting into here. And let's see, here's the traits. Stats. Let's check our skills here and see how we're doing on survival. We're getting some survival skills. Increases your experience gain for every... Absorbs 10% of the damage. Oh, interesting. So basically, your hunger bar becomes, you know, basically like a damage shield. That might be good for later. But let's see what we can do. Let's see here. Forestry, husbandry. So what's butcher do? The meat yield from animals by 5%, additional 1% for each of your husbandry skill levels, up to maximum 15%. That's not bad. Hide yield. Bones. Milk. Increases damage you deal to animals. Okay. Alright, cool. So let's see here. So we've got all that. Oh, no. Well, actually, what we can do is we don't need these feathers right this second. So I also imagine we're going to be getting a lot of feathers. So let's see here. What's it need to make? Oop. Oop. There's some way for us to make twine out of this. Dog toy. Oh, we can make a dog toy. Well, I do know we want a torch. So let's make a torch right now. Okay, so that's how you make straw blocks. I was always curious about that. Let's see here. Hay bale, mud brick slab. Interesting. Cob. We could use some improvised armor and a hat. That would be a bad idea. So we'll work on getting some more grass to make a hat. Let's go look for cordage. So we can make it out of papyrus, cattails, or vines. Let's see. Okay. Place some water. So if we had a bunch of cordage, we could do that. What's this? This monkey bridge. Floating dock. Hold near active inventories. Okay. A snare. I also know we need these stakes. Alright. So if we do this, that, and knife, there's a stake which we can use for fishing. So actually, we'll make 2 of those. I kind of want to run a trap line here. Yep. All right. So let's go. Does this even work? I don't think that helps us here, but I do want this trap. So we're gonna have to get some. We're gonna have to make some cordage somehow. All right. So let's see here. What about this guy? Let's go back. Primitive survival. Primitive survival. Fishing. I think it's this one. Location, trapping, fishing. Use sticks and quarters to build fish baskets, place them in the water, start fishing. If you bait your fish baskets, okay. Alternatively, you can make a weir trap. Okay. Meaning the trap is active. Set up a limb or trout line. Cordage. For a trout line, place another suitable block directly across the water from it. And then with cordage in your active, target one stake while facing the water. Click to attach cordage. Next, you'll limb line or trout line improve more effective for catching fish. Doesn't have the same space restrictions as a fishing basket, so you won't need much water. Okay. Alright, so let's make some fish. We're gonna try and make some fish hooks here. We're gonna need a little more food here. We need some passive food generation, especially if we're gonna get long-term survival going here. So as it stands right now, we are going to run out of food. We also got to figure out a way to get clay. There we go. So there's that. Let's see here. How's this doing? We got plenty of stuff there. Food's a little low. So I'm gonna cut up 2 more of these seeds here real quick, just to have some food in our character's stomach. There we go. It's not the best, but that should let us sleep through the night, hopefully. Alright, gonna wake up, because we're running low on food again. I don't want to starve to death in our sleep. Oh. I'm suffocating. Oh, because of the smoke. That's what it was. So we're gonna come over here, and this is a trick I learned. There we go. There's a lit torch for us. These burn really hot. Just realized. Alright, let's go see what we can do food-wise. Let's go put those 2 there. Oh good, we got some more grass here. Our dirt hut has a nice grass roof. Here, penguins again. Actually, what I should do is we're going to make 1 more spearhead here. Go. And then I also need to break this. See if I can get some more birch sticks, basically. Let's see, what do we have here? These are the ones I harvested already? Yeah. These are the ones I harvested already. Because if I can make a basket that I can carry around with me, that gives a bit more storage. As well as let us put down some stuff we don't necessarily need. You know? We need a bunch of baskets for that. Because if we go into here... actually, I wouldn't mind making a foraging basket. A foraging basket might not be the worst idea. Because it will hold sticks, reeds, seeds, mushrooms, berries, and animal products. So yeah, that'd be perfect. And so that's going to require 16 these birch canes here. There goes the cold again. Or the lack of food again. I feel like I was just attacked. Nope, that's just me being good. Starving, I should say. Cold and starving is really where that problem's going to come. Anything down here? I'm really not seeing any ore sticking out. There's some sand down here. Be good for building. Let's go find these penguins I heard. Because the sooner we find these penguins, the better. I heard them over this way. Just need something. Heard them. I was around this other side here. Do a bit of running. It's not going to hurt anything at this point. I'm already out of food. Heard them. Sitting at my house. Oh well. Well, we know there's some food back this way that we need to go hunt. Let's see if we can't get a caribou today. If we can hunt one of the larger animals, like... So, go. Go this way. This is why I installed that blood trail mod. We're going here. Let's see. Where'd the caribou go? Okay, I want to jump, and I jumped. There's that one. Where'd it go? Come here. You're a bit bigger than the others. I hear something, but I don't know what I'm hearing. I am hearing those. My character being very hungry, and a penguin. This is an emperor penguin, penguin. Big penguin here, so let's see what we get. Let's toss out the gravel here. So let's go take this back. Come on. Back to base. We're going to go cook these up real quick. Again, I failed to actually mark my house. It should be just around this hill over here. There you go. So let's cook this red meat first. Get that going. I'm going to throw... No, I didn't get any feathers for that. Probably because I was out of inventory space. Yeah, I know. Cold and hungry. Got it. He's complaining today, isn't he? Oh, I'm going to turn that down for you guys. Here's something. we go. I'm gonna cook this too. There you go. That's enough. Enough complaining. Definitely heard something out here. Yep. Some more food for us. Yeah. Get our character warmed back up here. We should have enough to make a basket. There we go. Look at that. Nice birch basket. There we go. Now, we can put that in there. Seeds in there. Those seeds in there. Put this fire starter in there for now. Those hides for the moment. Is anything we're not going to immediately need. These seeds and whatnot. There we go. Alright. That's cleaned up our inventory a nice little bit. Characters' body temperatures almost back up to normal. Alright, let's get back to hunting. We need more food, especially if we're going to make it through any sort of survival out here. Kind of wish I knew what happened to that caribou. Throwing a spear at. We're going to go see if we can't get one. And we'll see if we can't find that emperor penguin we killed. Because I don't think we got its hide. What do we have here? And before you ask, no, I don't like the fact that I'm killing emperor penguins. There we go. Oh yeah, see, that was much better. Wait, where did that other one go that we killed? Oh, got some more copper over here. Yep, mark that real quick. Where did we leave it? There it is. There we go. Now we got some hides. And some more food, too. That's perfect. Because now, what we can do is we can take those... What do these become? These become large hides. Okay. Okay. The emperor penguins are good. We're going to keep an eye on you guys. You guys are good. That's not really what I want. I want a caribou. Actually. What kind of bones I get out of this? Ooh, we get the good-sized bones out of these? Where'd that other one go that I killed? Because... I'll take the larger bones. Larger bones, good. Larger bones we can use as like knife handles and stuff. Which is really good, because that'll give us more tool durability. Well, it's just around here somewhere. So I found it right before I found the copper. Yeah, you guys are kind of loud. Is it closer over here? Yeah. I'm not going to worry too much about a lone corpse and some bones. I keep forgetting to mark my actual character's house. Lord. Alright, well, let's get back to base, cook a little bit more of this food up, and get some more hides processing. Because the sooner we get these hides processed. You know, I'm going to throw these feathers into here just for some heat. I'm going to cook up this red meat first. There we go. And let's go into here. So, let's leave one hide in here. Yep, there's 4 more to cure. There we go. There's some large pelts. 2. Nice. So, once we get all these pelts cured, we'll actually be pretty good. Then we'll be able to make some warmer clothing, and even some bigger baskets. We can then reclaim these baskets and use to make storage chests. Actually, I'm sitting here thinking about that. I'm going to put this right there. That just does not want to... These feathers, unfortunately, don't last very long. They're nice and hot when they burn, but they do not last long. Okay, once that's ready, go ahead and throw this wood in here. Just keep the fire going. Eat some more of this meat. What are we doing here? Alright, got enough for one more. Yep. So what I can do that, and that'll keep things out of here. Grab that. Cook up this meat too. Alright. We are making progress. I'm going to do something that's probably not a great idea. Sand in this water, and I'm going to pan this stuff real quick. Just getting rocks currently. Yep, we got our first copper nugget. Look at that. Oh, unfortunately, the copper's not helpful for us until we can find some sort of clay. Alright. I also just realized I have some feathers, but actually I will save some of these feathers because those will be useful for making things like arrows. Not that we have string with which to make, you know, arrows, right, or a bow right now. You're definitely gonna need some more stuff. Alright. Body temperature's good. Time to get back to hunting. Yep, let me mark this before I wander off again. Mouse. Yeah, safe. Actually, we're gonna pin that so I don't lose it. There we go. Okay. So let's see if we can't find some way of getting some rope or something here. There's the caribou over there. Let's see if we can't chase the caribou towards the water. Because if we can chase the caribou towards the water, it won't escape us. I'm not surprised I missed. We didn't really... ran before I could get close enough to be sure on my shot here. Where'd it go? I saw one go this way, but the other one's like way over here. Is. Ow. Why am I hurt? I guess I fell and took damage. That caribou just went way out there, didn't it? Figured it would turn around and head back to shore at some point here. My character's also cold already. We're gonna get some more of these birch canes here. I'm sitting here thinking about it. I have no idea where that caribou went. I don't know if they can drown in this current setup. They went out there and drowned in the water. If they can, that would be kind of unfortunate. We don't have a good way to get them back. It doesn't risk me freezing to death, I should say. Quartz. Man, it is cold out in this game right now. My character is struggling with this. That works. There's another caribou. Ooh, we missed. Nope. Yep. I'm gonna need to kill one of these. Just to get enough food to get us back up and fully recovered. That one twice. Nice. So we're gonna chase this one down here. Come on. So killing. There it is. So I'll put in for a second to caribou. See it. All right, we're gonna get this thing. We're gonna get this thing. There it is. Okay, it's in that hole. Now, I just need to get close enough. I can make the third one. Where'd my spear go? Spear? I hope my spear didn't break. That would be unfortunate. All right. We're gonna make a new spear. Which I needed to do anyways. Snack down here. So we know it went this way. Yes. Yes, we got it. It's low weight. That's okay. Look at that. Got 7 meat. Alright. Now let's grab some more bushes here. That's part of the reason I wanted that mod for tracking. Now, with all the snow we've got in this area, it is covering up the blood trails pretty quick, which is a thing that mod authors said could happen. Well, let's get back to base here and cook up more of this meat here. Yeah, I know, we're cold. I'm gonna grab that to take with me. And realistically, what I should do is before we go out next time is make another spear. So we've got like 2 spears. And that got me a nice sized caribou hide too. Put him over there. Lots of caribou. Alright, let's get back to base. What's this? Oh, that's a borax that I found. And there. That way I'm not just hunting penguins. These bones have any use? I don't remember if these small bones have any use. We're gonna find out. I do want to like explore these caves a little bit at some point. Just see if we can find some ores or something without me having to go too crazy looking around for them. There we go. I unfortunately did not get any more grass while I was out and about, but that's alright. What about it? It's got any use? Just for making them. I'm one short of making a chest. Alright, what about the forge chest? What do I need for the forge chest? I need cattails. To the forge basket. That's unfortunate. Because I think I'm gonna have a problem with not having cattails. Come on. Grab a couple more things of firewood here. Yep, I know, we're working on it. Yeah, it's... There we go. It's starting to fill up in here with smoke. Okay. This meat. So our character will stop complaining. So what's this do? Raw Arctic caribou hide. So I can use it. So I get it from that. I can use it to make a large hide. No, it does rot. That's interesting. So what I should do then, let's go ahead and take this. My knife out. Wow, it makes 3 hides. Okay. Like, store it? Oh, I could. So what's that do? And so we can use that to make pelts. Texture. Huh. So we can actually just cure this directly. That. There's critters down below us. That's stuff down in the caves down there, I think. I want to try something here. So, it says I'm not in a building right now. Still not in the building. Even though I had... So what I'm going to need is, like, a trap door or something I can put out there. Can I do anything else with this? So, that's that. So how to make tender cookie. Oh, I can just take a rock and do this. That plus rock. Okay. Ingredient for tender roast meat. Salt. I like. Oh, you like. Steady. Medium iron. Limestone. Chalk. Obsidian. Can I just not use granite? Is that the problem? I can use rolling pin, use a hammer. I can use stones, but I can't use, like, a granite stone. Really? Okay, what do I need? Okay, well, I can make a rolling pin. That's fine. Because it's 2 sticks and a block of wood in my knife, so... Block of wood. 2 sticks. Knife. Go. Okay, so that works. Weird. Because basically this looks like that improves like how much food value we get out of this. So what can we use this for? Okay. Okay, so we can just add that to like salads. Doesn't further stretch out our food value of the meat, but that's okay. It's a tender one. Oh man, Oh man, that extra like 70 points of satiation right there. That was fantastic. Alright. We're actually making food progress, folks. Okay. So, these first few days of survival have been difficult. But we're starting to get there. We're going to need a bit more stuff, obviously. Still figuring out how we're going to do rope. So what I think I might do is I might have to install the mod that makes it so cattails and lake can spawn in this biome. To make this possible. Especially while we wait for our stuff to finish curing here. Yep. Alright, so let's do this, and this. There we go. And man, it even lasts longer, it looks like. Can I put this like on the ground? Can I like set this down? I can! Nice. What about... I know I can put my wood down. Put that right there. Eat one more of these. There we go. And if I do this... Yeah, so it just makes one. Okay, so that's not worth doing. Unless I wanted to make it for something else. Activity is low. So we're going to go out here. Let's see if we can't get some more hunting done. Actually, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and make one extra spear. We're going to try and hunt one more animal before we call the episode there. Because if we can get a bit of extra food stored up, it'll be pretty good. I'm just going to take this here. We're just going to go throw that in the ocean. Because we have no use for that. There we go. Alright. Let's go see what we can find to hunt. It isn't a penguin. Because while hunting the penguins is easy, and provides hides and stuff, the caribou provide a bit more, and they're also more interesting hunt, if I'm honest. So let's go see if we can't hunt one more caribou. And then we've got to find a way to get some clay and stuff. Let's see here. Where'd caribou go? They've wandered off. I mean, there's one. There's one. There's two. There's two. And the army of penguins. That's a whole herd of caribou. Right. Let's see if we can get a little closer to this one. Okay. It's not the one I wanted to hit. Well. So our goal is this one that's running from us. We have a little bit of meat on us. We have some resin right there. That'll be good to have. Let's see here. How close can we get? It's almost like if you do it from stealth, it doesn't register that you're there. Oh, that one was a little short. Okay. I'm going to grab this resin just because it's be good for future stuff. Let's go ahead and grab these two spears. Let's see if we can't get this caribou. Come on. Where'd you go? There you are. So we're running up this way in the forest. Okay. Slow down. Come on, just come to a stop for me. Just fall down that road. There's two of them. Ah, true. Alright. More fit should do it. This way. There it is, I think that's it. Got it. Nice. Okay, we're starting to figure out hunting. It's another low weight caribou, but that's okay. Bones. I definitely want that meat. What do I throw out? What do I throw out? Actually, I'm gonna need decision. There we go. Hide acquired. Okay. Let's head home. Our character gets too much colder. Alright, so we're starting to get things turned around. We still need a few more items, realistically. Gonna get a few more of these birch canes. Because these birch canes would be good. There we go. That should let us make another storage basket. And once we get another storage basket kind of set up, we'll be good to go. As far as like storing like our extra things we don't need on our person all the time. Having these caribou here is very handy. I think we know where there's enough surface copper nodes. We might be able to get our first pickaxe without doing too much panning and get into the copper age. Assuming we can find clay. Clay is going to be the big limiter right now. Because the treasure hunter does not sell clay, nor do we have things we can sell him at the moment. So here we are. There's our house. Firewood's also going to be a problem soon. There we go. Alright. How does this do? Here. Kind of want to throw some of the feathers in there for a moment. Gonna throw these sticks in it, or this meat in there, get that cooking. We don't have enough fat to preserve this caribou hide. I'll put it down like right over there for a moment. We do have enough to make one more of these storage baskets. Actually, let me pick that back up. Put this storage basket down here. Go these curable hides in here. Go have some more firewood. Also put our resin and our feathers in there that we want to keep. Put this fat in here as well, because the fat's going to be very valuable. Same with these nuggets and most of these bones. In here, we've got a small hide that will be perishable for a while. Trying to decide what. You know, we will just put that down for now. There we go. Good. These small pelts are done. So what we can do here, we're going to make some. Let's see here, the gloves. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2. And our knife. Gloves. Boom. I think the boots are. Yes. There we go. Some gloves. And boots. There. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Be nice if that kind of told us, like, how much that protected us from the cold a little bit better. That's plus 2.7. That's plus 3.6. So that's better. It's not going to be enough. You're going to need a hat. Need the coat. Scarf. You're going to need a lot more stuff than we've got. You're going to need some, like, pants or something. Do I have mud? Let's we salvage these or anything. Okay, I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with these gloves and boots. There's the fire. I think all this is just gonna have to become firewood. Go. That does let me put those gloves in there. There's some more firewood. Alright. Go. Make some more of this tenderized meat, because that stuff's working out really well for us from a food standpoint. We'll eat 3 of it here. Yeah, look at that. That's like the most full our character's been this whole time. But alright, folks. So we've had a good day of hunting. We've got some storage chests. We've got some more hides tanning. We've got some warm clothing, which is helping. We still need, like, a jacket, a hat, a scarf would be nice. All that stuff would help out. There we go. We're going to take the last of our meat off the fire. Tenderize it up nicely here. There we have it. I like this whole, like, culinary artillery mod and everything. But let's end it there. We're making progress. I do think I'm going to go ahead and install the mod that lets the clay and stuff show up in these colder biomes. It does mean I'll probably have to go find some new chunks I haven't visited, to generate that stuff. So I'm going to add that to the mod list. Then I'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you all for joining me. This is thandmcrom doing a winter survival playthrough. And look, we didn't die in this episode. So there we go. We've only lost 1 life. This is our 2nd episode. So right now we're at a 50% no life loss rate. Let's see if we can't continue improving that ratio. But we'll catch you all in the next episode. And if you like this content, let me know. Leave comments, like, and subscribe. And as a reminder, these first few episodes of this series are going to be going live while I'm out traveling for vacation with my family. I'll be posting about that on my channel and my Discord and everything, so people will be aware. So, I may not respond to comments immediately. I will respond, but it may be a slight delay. But thank you all for watching, and you all have a great one.